There are two types of diabetes. Type 1 is largely genetic and is caused by damage to the insulin-making process in the pancreas. Type 2, which is common, is caused when the receptors on the cells in the body that normally respond to the action of insulin fail to be stimulated by it. The prevalence of diabetes increases with age, inactivity, and being overweight. Insulin is a hormone which tells the body's cells that it has been fed. Insulin tells the liver and muscle cells to take in glucose, and it tells the fat cells to take in blood lipids, so that the body can use them for energy. Any interference with this process means that the cells have too little glucose for the body's energy requirements, even though there may be high levels of glucose in the blood. The body is said to be hypoglycemic. Type 1 diabetes is an automatic disqualifier from flying. Type 2 diabetes, which can be controlled by diet and lifestyle, does not automatically disqualify a person from flying, but it must be monitored, as there are increased risks of heart disease, retinal damage, and liver damage. As we have seen earlier, fainting is one of the symptoms of both hypoglycemia and diabetes, but it can have less serious causes. Anything which causes a sudden reduction of blood to the brain may cause a faint, such as standing up too quickly, a shock, or a lack of food. We should at this point distinguish between fainting and fits, both of which may produce a simple collapse. However, fits are not generally associated with diet. Fits are more usually associated with convulsions and uncontrolled movements, and are caused by a disturbance to the electrical activity of the brain. Because of their unpredictability, they are a complete bar to a flying license. In addition to food as an energy source, it is essential to consider food as a source of vitamins and minerals. Vitamins are organic substances which help process other nutrients and form blood cells. You need to know these major sources of vitamins. Click on a vitamin to see its sources. Just as vitamins are important for a healthy diet, so are minerals. Minerals are required in small quantities, but any deficiency can cause serious harmful effects to some body systems. The main minerals are calcium, phosphorus, iron, potassium, and sodium. Calcium is the most abundant mineral in the body. It helps with the building and maintaining of bones and teeth. During the first 30 years of life, our bodies are constantly building more bone and storing calcium. As we grow older, old bone tissue begins to break down faster than new bone can be produced. Women suffer more from this than men, and are prone to osteoporosis, a disease that results in the inside of the bone becoming porous and thin. Foods which provide calcium are milk, milk products, and green vegetables. Foods that deplete calcium, or interfere with its absorption, are caffeinated drinks, excessive alcohol, salt, and smoking. Weight-bearing exercise, such as walking or running, will help to maintain bone strength, and during teenage years, exercise promotes bone growth. Phosphorus is the second most abundant mineral in the body. It helps create and manage energy, and also synthesizes protein, fat, and carbohydrates. It plays a part in muscle contraction and in the maintenance of the body's fluid and electrolyte balance. Phosphorus is also essential for hormone production and helping to utilize vitamin B. It combines with calcium to form strong bones and teeth, and over 80% of the body's phosphorus is located in bone. Too little phosphorus can result in bone problems, anxiety, irregular breathing, and fatigue. Sources of phosphorus are grains, cheese and milk, nuts, poultry, fish, and egg yolk. It is also common in processed food, and the required daily intake is about 1,000 milligrams. Vitamin D boosts its effectiveness, and magnesium helps its absorption, illustrating again that a balanced diet is essential, as elements interact and depend upon each other. The third mineral required is iron, which is found in meats, beans, leafy vegetables, grain, nuts and shellfish. Its main function is in the formation of hemoglobin, which carries the oxygen in the blood. Apart from the three main minerals of calcium, phosphorus and iron, a few others are present in small amounts and are known as trace elements, such as iodine, copper, zinc, cobalt, manganese and fluoride. One must not forget that about 60% of the body is made of water, and one should drink about 8 glasses of water a day. Water is the main component of blood, which acts as a transport medium for the red and white cells. It helps control temperature and clears waste products. Dehydration occurs when the normal water content of the body is reduced by as little as 2%. It leads to a change in the chemical balance of the body, especially sodium and potassium. Early symptoms will include headache, dizziness, and lowered blood pressure. Drinking too much water is also harmful because it can dilute the body's chemicals to low levels. Sports drinks should be drunk in moderation because of their sodium and potassium content. The measure of a person's weight in relation to a normal standard is the body mass index, the formula for which is weight in kilograms divided by height in meters squared. Use the interactive calculator to find your BMI. The normal range of BMI is from 20 to 25 for men and from 19 to 24 for women. If the BMI is below the range, the person is underweight. A BMI between 25 and 30 for men and between 24 and 29 for women means that the person is overweight. Being too heavy is one of the risk factors of many illnesses. A BMI of over 30 for men and 29 for women means that the person is obese and needs to lose a lot of weight immediately. Here is a list of some of the illnesses and problems one could expect if obese: heart attack, high blood pressure, hypoxia at lower altitudes than normal, circulation problems, gout, which is inflammation of the joints, osteoarthritis, which is wear and tear of the joints, heavy sweating, chest infections, varicose veins, and a reduced life expectancy. Losing weight is not easy, but put in simple terms, it means using up more calories than one eats. One must have a balanced diet and exercise at least 3 times a week, so as to double one's resting pulse rate for 20 minutes. Being overweight can be even more dangerous to health if one suffers from any one of these additional risk factors, namely high blood pressure, high bad cholesterol, low good cholesterol, high triglycerides, high blood sugar, family history of heart disease, physical inactivity, cigarette smoking.